I need to figure out how to press these stones in the right order. I need to figure out the password. Moira's notes mention something about tuning in. I should figure out what station she meant.
Nancy, come see me. I've put a card in your safe. Your password is your room number times the price of a serving of haggis at the deli outside the hotel.
Why?
Why not?
The Jabberwocky. I knew that was important.
Hi, Nancy.
I got a message to come find out what really happened to my mom.
I thought your mom was in a bad accident when she was visiting a friend.
Well, that's what I thought too, but
But what?
something weird happened before she left. My mom and dad got into this fight. It was like nothing I'd seen before, but I didn't know what to do about it.
You were just a kid, Nancy.
I wasn't just a kid, I was her daughter, and I should have done whatever it took to get her to stay.
Nancy, maybe your dad is right. Maybe this is too dangerous. It might be best to just come home.
Ned, there's a reason I called you and not someone else.
It's not the charm?
It's never the charm.
That's the backhand. Standing by for the compliment.
Sorry, that's not how I meant to put it, Ned. I know you can make the promise I need you to make. Promise to help me, even if that means pushing me towards something dangerous. Do you understand what I mean?
I do.
Good. Oh, thank you. From here on out, no holding anything back. No protecting me from myself.
I could agree to that.
I knew you could, and I'm sorry to ask that of you.
All I ask is you do whatever it takes to make it home in one piece.
Have I ever missed a date?
Yes, all of the time.
Have I ever missed anything that was really important to you?
No.
Then it's a deal. I don't know who else to ask. I'm getting calls from an anonymous caller. It might be Revenant.
What are they saying?
They want me to help them.
Don't.
Ned, don't forget what you promised.
Okay. Help them do what?
Little things. I think they're trying to figure me out.
So you don't think they're asking you to do anything that would hurt anyone?
If they do, obviously I'll stop. But they're promising me information about my mom, about what she was doing up until the point of the accident.
Do you really want to know about that?
Yes, I really do.
Then I guess I don't know what to tell you. If you're not doing anything bad and you need to know,
I do.
then I guess you can be the judge of what's best. But maybe you don't need to know.
That's not how I work.
I know, but maybe everything you need to know about your mom, maybe you already know all of that.
I need you to get the original copy of the Jabberwocky poem.
Original meaning...
The color version my mom had. I need you to scan it and send it here.
Shouldn't you ask your dad?
He'll say no.
So?
Ned, I need you to break into my house and get that poem.
Don't Bess and George have keys?
They do, but they're out of town.
All right.
I'm sorry, Ned.
No need to apologize. You've certainly made my life weirder, but you've also made it much better. If all you ask in return is a little burglary now and again, it's a fair trade.
Technically, it doesn't count because you have permission.
I don't think the Nancy said it's cool approach will be all that effective in a court of law. Hey, if your dad catches me, do you think he'll still be my lawyer?
Moira directed me to go to a cabin. It's a safe house, I guess.
Did you go?
Yeah.
Good.
The cabin is some sort of weird high-tech something or other.
Not gonna lie, that is awesome. But why?
Working on it. I'm cooperating with the calls from Revenant.
So you can learn more about what happened to your mom, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that's a smart thing to do?
I don't know.
Me either.
Talk to you later.
Thanks, bye.
Looks like it's missing a part. Let's give this a shot. I'm pretty pleased with this development. My luggage. Alec must have had it delivered. Wait a second. Mom's stuff is missing. Did Alec take it? What did Ewan say was the code to get in here again? What's that? That is not normal. I need to take a closer look at her room. I need to use the keycard Ewan gave me to activate this panel. That's new. It must be part of Cathedral security.
Ah, Nancy, what's up? Pretty impressive, huh?
Are you my Cathedral contact?
My code name is Ewan. And before you ask, no, I did not choose it. Would have chosen something better. Shadow, Blizzard, or some better word that doesn't also sound like a name you'd give a horse.
Can you look into Alec Fell for me?
Aye.
Do you have anything that could help me keep an eye on Bridget?
Well, not as such. Unless... You're not afraid of heights now, are you? Check this out. Find a bow, and you can use this to zip across the courtyard. It's not safe, but it is fun.
Why was the attack centered on Glasgow?
We wondered that as well. It took us too long. We had that special vanity that made us think our lives were more important than anyone else's. And that blinded us to the obvious. It was Glasgow because someone here wanted to play a risky game. When Revenant sees someone they think could be pointed in a direction they find advantageous, they drop a trail of breadcrumbs.
Is there anything you could tell me about Bridget?
That girl upstairs, I ran her background on a hunch.
And?
Nothing. Try not to let her become collateral damage. She seems sweet.
Is Cathedral a part of MI5?
It is, and yet it is not.
I understand.
And yet you don't. I love duplicity. And yet...
You hate it.
There's my girl. I like your style.
But...
No, I genuinely do.
What exactly do you do here?
In the intelligence game, the dumb ones get manipulated, and the clever ones get buried.
And the particularly clever ones?
Well, they win, of course. But that's most likely not you. No offense, it's not me either.
The creepy messages I'm getting on my phone. Who do you think is sending them?
I've been trying to track the source of the message. Grats await the mysterious stranger who coded that monstrosity.
Do you know who Kate Drew was?
Aye, we all do. I know she's your mom. You can call her that.
So she really wasn't a reporter?
She was, and was quite good. But she was also one of ours.
A spy?
Aye.
What or who was she spying on?
Figured you'd want to know. I gave you basic clearance on the archives. There is a station set up for you along the wall.
How did my mom stop the attack?
Your mother isolated the man who was orchestrating the attack. And of course he knew nothing and had nothing that could lead back to Revenant. All he could say was whatever he needed had a way of appearing. And the same person never visited him twice. No one knew what they were bringing him, or why. It was perfectly and alarmingly decentralized.
So what exactly does Revenant want?
Back in the days of mud huts and the like, some years the harvests would be light. Sometimes, when that happened, two kings would meet and plan a war to thin their flux. Then no one would ever know of their failures. That is what Revenant wants. They don't want to take over the world. They want to keep it.
Why are you my contact?
In order to do my job, I have to have top information clearance. But I'm not an agent per se. Civilian liaison work often falls to me. If you're asking what that means, you may not like the answer.
May not?
Absolutely won't. You're not considered a player. You're considered an asset. You're more or less on your own. You get to chat with me, and that's it.
Are you the one who sent me the message to come to Scotland?
No.
Do you know who did?
Nope.
Do you know why?
Yes, in fact I do. Someone thinks you have special insight into the secrets that were lost with Kate Drew.
I don't.
Well, perhaps you do. How about you get caught up on the basics first before making up your mind?
Who is Revenant?
We do not know exactly. That's just what we're calling him.
I'm seeing a pattern.
That pattern is called chaos. Simply put, they're the bad guys.
Less simply put?
In this game of cat and mouse, we thought we were the cat.
But you're the mouse.
We're the mouse. They're the trap.
What is your role with Cathedral?
I'm the watcher in the wires. I protect the status quo. And, for the time being, you.
What do you mean by protect the status quo?
Society rides on a rail, like a trolley. The rails are solid and modest and predictable. Those are your desk types. They get married, they have some kids, buy a house they can't afford, and never again are they unpredictable, or interesting, or alive even. But the catenary line, the third rail, that's what drives the world forward. People that have a charge running through them, they move the world forward. Or they try to destroy it. I make sure that won't happen.
I'll let you go.
See you around.